Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shafi Ashraf bin Muhammad Suhaimi. Today, I would like to present to you, Miss, about our second task, which is site selection for benzene plant. First of all, before we start to build our benzene plant, we need to take consider about the nature factor. Here we have two kind of nature factor, which is the first one, water usage, and also the second one is rate of gas emission quantity. First of all, let's take a look for our first point of nature factor, which is water usage. Water is one of the major solvent that required to complete a whole process. For example, the water we'll use in a condenser to change the phase of vapor into liquid form. Moving on to our next point, which is the rate of gas emission quantity. Most of the benzene process will undergo some emission intermittently that occur during plant startup and shutdown, during process upset, and also emergency. For example, benzene may be emitted from pressure relief device. There can be some potential source of the gas emission, which are from charged gas compressor and also refrigeration compressor outage. The emission from gas compressor are generally short-term in duration, but pollution may be emitted at high rate. Did you ever wonder what happens if we exposed to this kind of emission? Here I was come out to you the two type of effect, which are chronic effect and also acute effect. For acute effect, such as inflammation of the eye characterized by redness, watering, and also itching, while it also can give the major effect for a long time exposure that known as the chronic effect on the blood and also on the bone marrow, where the red blood cell become decreased, which can lead to the anemia. Thus, proper location to build the benzene plant must be located at the area that can provide enough water supply and away from the crowded place.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurzati Amirah and today I'm going to present about the plant location for our company that we have chosen to be located at Gebeng Industrial Land, Kuantan, Pahang. Okay, moving on to the next slide. Gebeng Industrial Land, Kuantan, Pahang. Gebeng Industrial Land is a prepared land already with the infrastructure that located at the main industrial area in the Kuantan, Pahang. This area is a thriving hub of the commercial activity with numerous multinational cooperation, especially in the petrochemical industry. Generally, industrial land must be undivided and regular in shape, completely flat, close to the industrial power, water supplies, as well as the service by the transportation infrastructure. Therefore, it is really important for us to achieve all the characteristics in order to propose site for our petrochemical plant site. Okay, now as you can see, this is the site criteria for the Gebeng Industrial Land at Kuantan, Pahang. The location is located 40 km away from the Kuantan town and next to the palm oil industrial cluster, and also 10 km away from the Kuantan town and 45 km away from the Kemaman port. For the address, it is located at the Gebeng Industrial Land at Kuantan, Pahang, and for the area of available, it is minimum for 3 acres and maximum up to 25 acres. And for the price, it costs for RM20 ringgit per square feet, and the total is 2 million for minimum 3 acres. For the water supplies, it came from the Semembu water and treatment water, while the energy source, it came from the TNB Tanjung Gelang, Kuantan, which supplies about 800 megawatt. For the transportation facilities, it is near to the Sultan Ahmad Shah Airport, which about 36 km away, and also 10 km away from the Kuantan port and 45 km away from the Kemaman port. And lastly, for the other facilities, it is near to the Kuantan Kerteh railway linking to the Kerteh industrial area and the Kuantan port. Okay, here is the proposed site of plant location in Gebeng Industrial Land, Kuantan, Pahang. Okay, next, this is the proposed site of the plant location in Gebeng Industrial Land from the view of the Google image. And last but not least, this is our proposed site plan of the plant location at the Gebeng Industrial Land from the view of constructed map. In the conclusion, we believe that Gebeng Industrial Line is the best site area for our plant of benzene production industry. It is because of the availability of the land itself, where it consists of minimum 3 acres and up to 25 acres with the affordable price and as well as the strategic location. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
We're gonna justify why we choose Gebeng as our location based on 4 factors. First factor is raw material availability. Since in our production of benzene, we use toluene hydrodealkylation process, which raw material needed are hydrogen and toluene. In Kuantan Pahang, Air Products and Chemical Sdn Bhd can supply hydrogen to our plant. For toluene supplier, we have Aromatic Malaysia Sdn Bhd that is located at Kerteh, Terengganu. The distance between Kerteh to Gebeng is only 74.4 km. Since both companies are close, it is easier to transport raw materials. It also can cut costs for the transportation and also for the storage site facilities. Availability and reliability of supplies also guaranteed. Unrestricted and regular supply of raw material is very necessary for carrying out unrestricted production in our plant. Next factor is labor supply. The plant location should be located in an environment where sufficient work supply is available. In Gebeng, there are many factories located in here. Numerous multinational corporations in the petrochemical sector are headquartered. As a result, there are many people outside of Gebeng come here for seeking a job. There are many job opportunities available here in Gebeng. The company also can do campus recruitment to universities or college nearby. For example, University Malaysia Pahang or UTM. The company also can provide internship program for them. Gebeng Industrial Estate is a good location for us to build our plant because it is close to the community, making it easier to find labor and more skilled workers.
For the next factor is transportation facilities. At the Gebeng Industrial Park, Kuantan Pahang is near to the Sultan Ahmad Shah Airport, Kuantan, just for 36 km away. Second, near to the Kuantan Port about 10 km away. And third, Kemaman Port about 45 km away. And the last one is Kuantan Kerteh Railway linking the Kerteh Industrial Area and Kuantan Port to its right. For the justification for this factor, first, the location means transport facilities such as roads, railway, waterway, which is canal or river or maritime port that should be selected because it's easy to transfer the raw materials. Usually, the least costly shipping method is by water and the most expensive is by rail. The road transport is suitable for local distribution from central warehouse. For long distance transport, particularly for the bulk of chemical, the use of rail or air transport is suitable and it's cheaper in terms of cost saving. And lastly, air transport is the primary use of transport facilities for the easy and effective transportation of staff and necessary equipment and supplies. For the last factor is utilities. At the Gebeng, surrounding by energy source such as TMB Tanjung Geleng Kuantan. Second, surrounding water supply such as Semambu Water and the treatment plant. Third, telecommunication supplier like Telekom Malaysia. And the last one is fire protection, such as Pahang Fire and Rescue Department, Petronas Centralized Emergency Facilities, and the last one is Gebeng Emergency Mutual Aid, GEMA. For the justification of utilities, firstly, electricity supply is the main requirement for any plant and industry for any operation. Second, water is required, beginning with water for cooling, washing, and steam generation. Third, telecommunication is also important. It improves efficiency in communication. It boosts flexibility in working place and also boosts customer relationship and service. And last but not least, fire protecting facilities are important to handle any emergencies. It keeps occupants, assets, and the building safe.
Hi, my name is Najia. Okay, I would like to show our plant layout. As you know, we choose Gebeng as our location to build our plant. So here it is, our plant layout with the total area is 25 acres. As you can see here, we divided to two parts, which is part A and part B. Part A is more to management area and part B is more to production area. So we have a three gate, which is gate A, gate B, and gate C. At gate A, or called as management area, we have parking area to all the staff or visitors to park their vehicles. And besides the parking area, there is a cafeteria to all the workers to have a dine. And security post is the function of a security guard, is to ensure that a property and all of its occupants remain safe and undisturbed. And there's also two emergency and assembly point where the workers or visitors can gather in the event of fire or leak or explosion and other emergency to ensure everyone is in a safe area. And logically, assembly point should not be very near to the process equipment or plant and not very far off for a person to go to the assembly point. And one of the important facilities in plant is to have a medical center because for the convenience of employees that occurs during workings. And for visiting room is for visitors to have a short meeting with staff or management. That is why a visiting room just near to the office. Office is the process of planning, organizing, and controlling all the information and related activities of an organization. At the production area, there is a safety department where to provide crucial training to employees on OSHA standards. And that's why we built a training center is located near to safety department to ease the process of training for the workers. And there is a lab department or laboratory to design, build and test technological device. And not only that, lab department is also to provide to test the quality of our product, which is benzene. It is located near with the product storage to facilitate the process of testing the quality of product before sending it to warehouse. In our plant, there is research and development. R&D department is represent the activities companies undertake to innovate and introduce new products. And raw materials plays an important role in the production process to make sure our product is in a good quality. A water reservoir is an enclosed area for the storage of water to be used at a later date. And at the gate C, there is a product storage where to maintain of stocks and to save the finished product before moved to the warehouse. And as you can see here, we have a warehouse is facilitates large-scale products of goods, and the customer can visit the product at the warehouse. And the major aim of the wastewater treatment is to remove as much of the suspended solids as possible before the remaining water called effluent. And a control room's purpose is production control and serve as a central space where a large physical facility or physically dispersed service can be monitored and controlled. Therefore, the control room is just a new to plant. We have a two plant where to produce a good quality of benzene. Last but not least, our company is a concern the importance to the safety of workers and to maintain the quality of our products.